How to know if a woman likes you, and if so, how to escalate that physically. Hey guys, welcome back to 5nothing100nothing.com. I am Fugget, and that stands for the fittest underdog guru using intelligent tactics. Guys, today I want to talk to you about a viewer request for a video, okay? And how to know if she likes you. Let's get to that part first, and then we'll get to escalating that physically, right? To have an intimate relationship with somebody that you fancy and fancies you back. Yes, it's an oldie term, but I'm an oldie. So let's first talk about how to know if she likes you, okay? Now, the old joke is, something I've noticed over the years in the fitness industry, is if you have a really good looking woman that walks by you, right, and smiles in your direction, whether she really likes you, whether she's being friendly, whatever it is, immediately, if you find her attractive, you're going to assume that she likes you, right? Because she smiled at you. And if a woman that you don't find attractive, right, looks at you and smiles, then what is the assumption that most men have? Oh, she must be a nice person. Look, she's friendly. But you're basing it on your attraction level and assuming her attraction level based on how attracted you are to her. So it's kind of funny, very true. So there's a few things that you can immediately figure out if she's attracted to you or not. Number one, she makes long eye contact with you, okay? Now, some people do that and maybe, the elevator doesn't go all the way to the top. Maybe the light is on but nobody's home. All of those sayings. But the thing is if you capture the gaze of a woman for an extended period of time, might be a few seconds, but you start to hear the harps and the music, this magic moment, stuff like that, right? Then there's a good chance that she's checking you out and maybe she's attracted to you. Now, it depends on what you do now that could either expedite or increase her attraction, or it might just turn her off. But that's another video for another time. So if you see a light or flashing going on in here, I have got a loose bulb in my overhead, so it might go on and off, or it could be that my car is haunted. Either one, you pick the plausible explanation. Okay, so she'll make long eye contact with you. She might look you up and down. She might just stare into your eyes like a deer in headlights with a big smile. Especially if she shows some teeth with a smile, then she probably is attracted to you. If she smiles with the tight-lipped, unless you're catching her off guard, she's probably not attracted to you, or maybe she's on the fence. The second thing that you can look for is that she laughs at everything you say. No matter what you say, it's funny, right? Now, if you're like me, you've got quite an arsenal of dad jokes. That's a good way to test if she's attracted to you, is you use very bad humor, okay? And a lot of times it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So if you deliver with some confidence, or if it's an awkward girl with some awkwardness, something that she can relate to or mirror, then you're gonna know that she's attracted. The third way you know she's attracted to you is that she will volunteer in ever so subtle ways that, number one, she's interested in something or an activity that you do and that she's never done it. Hint, hint, elbow, elbow. She's trying to get you to ask her to bring her along. She wants to figure that out. She wants to do it. Let's say you like to go to the gun range and she's like, oh, that sounds like fun. I've never fired a gun. Right there, there's your opportunity. She just gave you the open door. Go ahead and ask her to go with you the next time you go out to the range, right? Or it could be going to the gym. It could be going out to a certain restaurant, having a cuisine that she hasn't had before, or trying a restaurant she hasn't had before. Any of those things, when you're sharing your interests, the things you enjoy, and you're doing it with some passion and you're excited about it, then that's infectious, and some people want to go along for the ride with that. and that might drive her attraction level up, especially if it's something that's a lot of fun, something that you can interact with and do. Then, you know, you're in the right path. You're on the right path, rather. Now, if it gets to this point, let's talk about how to escalate things physically, okay? Now, that assumes that you've been on a date, the date is perhaps coming to an end, and you're going to try to go in for the kiss, right? So there's signals that you'll get from a woman, from her body language, that will give you some indicators if she's interested or not. So let's say you're walking her back to a car like any gentleman would, and assuming you didn't pick her up, but you met her somewhere, right? Or let's say you picked her up and you're dropping her off at her house. It doesn't matter. The fact is, it's the end of the date, okay? So I had a really nice time with you. Thank you. It was great. And you can read her body signals. If she's turned away from you, not making eye contact, or she's looking at her phone, or looking off somewhere else, or looking in the direction of her car or her house, and she's not turning her body towards you or leaned into you but leaned away, she's either fearing that you're going to try to kiss her, or she's not interested in kissing you and she doesn't want to lead you on. So when you see those signals, she's leaned in, she's making eye contact with you, she's kind of offering herself up to you, begging for the kiss, right? Or at least the attempt, then you're in good shape. Remember this, guys, women want you to make the first move, okay? They want you to be the man. They want you to take the lead. So sometimes if you're playing too much of a nice guy, or you're unsure and you don't want to offend her, or in any way come off as being too forward, that's out the door. What you need to do is read her signals, okay? And if you aren't going to try, then you're never going to know. She might sense that you're not going to try, and so she starts to maybe back down. So look for those glimpses, those moments where you can tell there's a connection, there's a long gaze in the eyes. She wants you to make the move, right? She needs to be the one, as Corey Wayne says, the great Corey Wayne of understanding relationships. He's awesome. If things escalate, it needs to be the man's fault. In other words, it needs to be you taking the initiative, right? Women are still old-fashioned in certain ways. When you're going out with them, they're going to want you to pursue them. They want to be pursued, to feel loved, to feel cherished, to feel attractive. That's on you, boys. So as a lot of you know, in the last few months, I got married, right, to who I believe is my soulmate. And I'll tell you a little bit about that first date and how things escalated with her. So we met on a dating app, and we decided to meet at a restaurant. So we met, and I tell her the story all the time, is I thought she was so beautiful and so classy that I didn't think I even stood a chance. And I almost just walked out of the restaurant. But I kept it together, had a really good time with her, lots of laughs. So I ended up closing the restaurant out, talking all night, laughing. And when I walked her to her car, I just thought for some reason going for the kiss that night would spoil it. I just read the signals. I think I could have kissed her. And in fact, when I asked her, she said, yeah, you could have kissed me. I was attracted to you, but I was glad you didn't try to kiss me because it just wasn't ready. I didn't know you well enough. And that's the point is, guys, you've got to feel, put yourself in her shoes. A woman is only going to want to open herself up to you when she feels safe with you, when she feels a little more assured of your intentions or who you are. If there's any doubt, but she still has an attraction level, she's not going to want the kiss. So this first date didn't go for the kiss. She gave me a hug. She initiated the hug. When I started opening herself up to me, I picked up the signals, gave her a nice hug, and that was that, okay? Didn't feel butthurt, didn't act like hurt. Oh, I didn't get a kiss, huh? None of that stuff, right, guys? Don't act like little brats that didn't get what they wanted. When you do that, you're coming off as weak and needy and thirsty, and that definitely turns a woman off. So I kept myself together, gave her a nice hug, good night. It was a cap of a great evening, okay? The next day she called me. She wanted to go and have dinner with me. So we went out the next night, had dinner again. Everything was great. We closed that restaurant out. We walked out to the car, and she's about to go, and she turns towards me, facing me directly, and, batting her eyes and looks at me and says, I had such a nice time with you tonight. It was really, really great. And this time, she's not trying to give me a quick hug and get into her car, right? She's not looking in that direction. She's completely focused on me as if I'm the only thing in the universe. A train could be coming down the tracks that we're standing on and she wouldn't have known it. It was that kind of vibes that I was getting. So at that point, I knew this is the moment I'm going to kiss her. And I just grabbed her softly around the waist, pulled her gently to me, gave her a nice kiss. And the kiss ended up lasting about, we're guesstimating, after we've reflected over time, about an hour in the parking lot. Okay, it was a nice cool summer evening, or it was like just that enough amount, there was enough amount of warmth in the air and a nice cool breeze to cool you off. It was perfect. And so we kissed in the parking lot for probably an hour. And that after the 2 days of really a soul connection with her and having a lot of rapport, it was the perfect time. So for some people, second date might be a little early, but you know what? You've got to develop instincts. And that's why going on dates, having some experience, remember, if you're a novice at all of this or awkward and been out of the game for a little while, it's going to take you a little while to kind of get your mojo back, to kind of get your dating muscles back, so to speak. And, don't hesitate. If you're doing the work on yourself, becoming a strong, independent, emotionally stable, financially stable man, taking care of yourself, and you're going out there and maybe you're missing a couple pieces of the puzzle, that's where watching content like this is going to give you an edge. Talk to somebody with experience, not somebody who's like Don Juan player, all this other stuff, but really somebody who's looking for a genuine connection with a woman of value that you want to build an empire with, right? You want to build a good life with, whatever that means for you and whatever the parameters you two decide are going to be your happiness, right? So guys, hope you enjoyed that video. Just want to make a quick one. It's a little late. It's a lot cold. It's probably below zero right now, but I meant to make this video for a few days for Superintendent. So hope you enjoyed the video. Give me some feedback. And guys, I'm always open to video suggestions or questions you have. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. I'll talk to you again soon. There's the ghost.